Hello and welcome to the City Makerspaces Printing Presses Induction. After completing the quiz with 100% pass, you will gain access to the printing press resources and bookable equipment for your coursework and research. UniID swipe access for the Print Lab, UNHG07, is obtained from the Level 2 City Makerspaces Induction. This presentation contains all the answers to the UNH Makerspace Printing Presses quiz. It includes information about work health and safety, evacuation procedures, first aid and security, technical operations, location and access, UNH Makerspace Printing Presses operation and equipment, and safe operating procedures. The well-being, health and safety of everyone on our campuses and facilities is a major priority. We do all we can to make sure our university is somewhere staff, students and visitors feel safe and protected always. The university has a duty of care to ensure, as far as reasonably practicable, that the health and safety of persons is not placed at risk as a result of working with other staff, students and other members of the university community in conducting their work for the university. Please make yourself familiar with evacuation diagrams found on the walls next to exit signs. In the case of an emergency, follow the directions of the speaker announcements and/or emergency wardens, and exit to the evacuation point. Please remain at the muster point until given further instructions. The emergency muster point for University House is in Christie Park. First aid kits are in the makerspaces under the green first aid signs. In UNH G07, the print processes makerspace. Security services and most technical staff are first aid trained. In the event of an emergency, contact emergency services on 000, contact security on 49215888, and notify a member of technical or academic staff. The HKISS portal is your one-stop shop that contains the latest information on topics such as resource bookings, facilities, studio access information, and equipment documentation. You must review safe operating procedures or SOPs before undertaking any operation of equipment. Physical copies are found on the walls of facilities or nearby the associated equipment. Digital copies can be found online through the technical support portal or via scanning the QR codes in the facilities. The information on SOPs includes equipment class and usage manuals, required PPE, safety checks, clean-up procedures, and hazards. Completed inductions are required for access to this facility. Failure to complete this induction will restrict access to the resources and facilities. Be respectful and courteous to the other students and users of the facilities. All facility infrastructure is to be operated by technical staff only. This includes all specialty printers and cutters. If in doubt, please ask technical staff. The printing presses require booking through the equipment booking system. The Makerspace is located in University House in G07. It is open Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's closed on the weekends and public holidays. Bookings are required for certain equipment. Leave the workspace as tidy or better than when you found it. Dustpan, brooms and industrial shop vacuum cleaners are available across all city makerspaces. Keeping blades sharp reduces the chance of the blade catching and slipping. Dispose of all sharp implements in the sharps bins provided within the makerspaces. Please be respectful of other students' projects in the makerspaces. Look and ask, but please don't touch. Some materials and chemicals used in making can be harmful when used inappropriately. To ensure the safety of all users and to limit environmental impact, you must either use approved materials that can be purchased through the Makerspace online materials store, or have the materials and chemicals you wish to work with approved by the technical team. This includes the inks you might use when printing on the presses. See technical staff for suitability of inks available in the Makerspace before purchasing your own. If your preferred ink is not supplied in the Makerspace, you will need to supply the safety data sheet for the product to have it assessed for approved use in the Makerspace by technical staff. Ask technical staff for any further details. The following PPE is required when operating the printing presses. Enclosed footwear must be worn. An apron must be worn, loose hair and clothing must be contained, and earplugs must be worn if other equipment is being operated. Nitrate gloves may be worn when working with inks to avoid the staining of hands. A clean pair of nitrate gloves or no gloves are then recommended when handling print papers. Please see the quick reference Safe Operating Procedures for further guidance. Adjustments to the presses are to be made by technical staff only. Do not use any of the presses before you are shown by technical or academic staff the correct action of pressing. Read the Safe Operating Procedure for the relevant press. If you are unsure, seek the help of technical or academic staff. Ensure you are aware of all the catch and pinch points on the press you are using. Observe on the etching press where the end of the press bed is labelled at the point at which each end should never pass. Ensure printing blocks are of the type height 23.32mm. These are used on the Colombian and the Adana printing presses only. And please report all faults immediately. The main hazards of printing press equipment are trip hazards, pinch points, catching hazards, and falling objects. Ensure the workspace is safe and free of trip or slip hazards. Ensure others in the space are at a safe distance when you are operating the large presses. Ensure your ink is an approved material for the use in the makerspace. Grip large ink rollers firmly when moving from bench to printing press. And please report damaged equipment immediately. The main hazards of printing press inks and rollers are trip hazards, catching hazards, and falling objects. Ensure you have a suitable safe working area. Examine the equipment, hand tools, and press for any obvious damage. Do not use damaged equipment. Ensure you have a clean working space for printing papers, separate from the dirty area for inking rollers and print block. Seek the aid of technical or academic staff to set and check the pressure and the typeset of the press. Ensure you are given an in-person demonstration of the pressing method on the press you are using. Ensure you have paper towel or rags on hand for quick cleanup of spills, etc. And report faults immediately. Wipe as much ink as possible from the equipment and workspace with a spatula and then with scrap paper or paper towel. Do a second clean of equipment with some vegetable oil or water on a paper towel or rag, and then another dry wipe with paper towel. Wash any residue from the equipment at the sink. Wipe down the surfaces with a wet sponge then dry. Place waste into correct bins. Leave the work area in a safe, clean and tidy condition. Report any faults or issues to technical officers located in UNH GA3 or submit a technical ticket via our support portal. Thank you. Please complete the quiz to gain access.